that he needs to draw on the one hole again here. That is the concern because of he didn't show any patience pre-race there, and that has been an issue for him in the past. But I think that's why we relaxed a bit, spaced his races, like his training, sure like how he's acting. He just he needs to not beat himself, and then we need to find out if he's good enough. But I think that physically he's beautiful horse, great mover, got a lot of talent. I think that'll be very interesting and something that is always overanalyzed, as we did in the Derby. I mean, nobody envisioned them going the slowest half and slowest 3/4 of since 47 or whatever it was in the Derby. So I think that what'll happen is we'll watch races Saturday, overanalyze where you think you want to be, and then try to go from there.
Corey's decision on Nero to be a little closer than he had been in previous races, or did you tell him?
Oh no, I mean, I think that he made a very good decision going under the wire the first time, watching how the race had unfolded. It's just like your draws now, we didn't go into Derby week wanting the 19 of 20 with Nero, but then with scratch and the way that it worked out, I thought it worked to his advantage, as in he was away clean, and then an eighth of a mile, 3/16 mile away from there, he was in a position to make a decision that they aren't going as fast as everybody expected, and to clear a few of them and give the horse a chance. I think that there's so many little parts of it in the fact that it's easier to be going within yourself and not taking dirt, as opposed to being within yourself taking a lot of dirt. I think the one thing that I was ignorant to and surprised by in the early derbies is how much dirt those horses are taking in that race. I can compare it to, you run, as well documented, we run a bunch of horses. A lot of them take a lot of dirt, come from way back. Nothing compares to the dirt, the kickback that they take in the Derby. I think that it makes it a more difficult race for them to keep their mindset of what they normally do when it's a variable that they didn't expect. If your first few runners in it, it surprises you. If it's their first race in it, it's got to surprise them more. I think that we're trying to create, leading up to the Derby, everything you're doing is trying to prepare them for what's going to happen, and that is something that I don't think that you can simulate. I do feel that when there's more pace, that a race stretches out more, whereas they're not bulked up, which enables you not to be as wide, as opposed to a slow-paced race, whereas, if you want that spot, there's 4 or 5 horses on the bridle, want the spot, it's taken. So I think all of those things, just a little degree of this, a little degree of that, makes it so much easier.